What's good, YouTube? Making another video, and this might probably be my last video of the day. Um, like I said in my shorts, I always liked the NBA as a kid, because that's all I grew up on. I didn't really grow up on baseball, boxing and basketball, probably. In my household, my grandpa was a huge boxing fan. Like he can name you every boxing fan from the 70s, 80s, 90s. But he was a huge basketball fan, huge boxing fan. But basketball was one of the sports that he said that those are basketball is where dreams come true. And basketball is a I mean, you can see it on Twitch. Basketball is the most played game on Twitch. Over Madden. I mean, you like everywhere you drive in the road. You see basketball hoops up. Basketball to me was everything. I wanted to be a basketball player, but obviously me having a kid and responsibilities and stuff like that, I'm not gonna say it hindered me, but it kind of, brought me back to reality. Like, it was just, it was just a game that I liked to play, and I was very good. I think I had like I had like 7 offers because I was that good. I was 6'2", 227. I mean, my weight goes up and down, so right now I'm pretty my height is always going to stay the same. I think I stopped growing in high school. I had a growth spurt. I was like 5. I went from like 5'2" to like 5'6". 6'2", and then I stopped growing as a freshman. And I've always been this height ever since. So, but yeah, man, basketball to me was one of the sports where I can be myself. I think basketball takes a lot of dedication, timing, rhythm, consistency. Because I remember I did a theory, I was probably 14, 13 at the time. Dude, I remember I used to go to the gym almost every day with my friends and my brother. And I used to be cooking, I used to be just shooting and just, making plays and stuff. I stopped for 2 months. Dude, I swear, when I tell you I was rusty, I couldn't hit a shot to save my life. That's how consistent you have to be in basketball. Like in football, you could take 2 months off, come back, nothing, Like you won't miss a beat because you're just doing the football, But basketball, oh man, if you take any time off, you come back, boy, your ass can be rusty, like a pipe under the sink. I tell you, man, basketball is one of those sports where you think it's easy, but it's not easy, Like picture you going to the gym almost every single day, right? Getting better, Oh, he's nice. He's doing this. He's doing that. He's hitting all his threes. He's, and then you take 2 months off. Not even 1 month. Not even 1 day. Not even 1 week. You take 2 months off. Go back. See if you won't be rusty or out of shape. That's the one thing you'll probably be if you do play football. Is you can be out of shape in any sport. You can be out of shape, but just the consistentness of it, you know, like just getting up there almost every day, you know. Like there's a saying in basketball: no shots wasted. No shot. My coach used to tell me that. No shots wasted. You know, like when you go to the free throw line or you're about to shoot, no shots wasted. You know. But I like change, and you know, for me, I was sick and tired of watching the Warriors. I really was. I was sick and tired of watching the Heat when they had the big three. I think the NBA is doing what the NFL is doing right now, or should have been doing what the NFL was doing when they went away from the Patriots, and then they was trying to find like that next dynasty, and then they had like the Chiefs for a hot three years. I think that's what the NBA is doing now. And you could say, well, the Chiefs and it was the Lakers, and then there was the Heat, and then there was the Cavaliers, and there was the Warriors, and then you would say this thing for the NFL. Oh, it was the Patriots, and then it was the Chiefs, you know. And now you're seeing it spread out. Now you're seeing a championship a new champion almost every single year. For years it was the Patriots. Oh, who's going to beat the Patriots? For years it was, you know, the Lakers. Who stopped the Lakers? The Pistons. You know what I'm saying? And it was like back and forth. So I think it's good for the league. You know, I think change is always good, and I believe that this NBA Finals is going to be great. You know. Now a lot of people may not like it or whatever. Like the Lakers was never going to win a championship. Let's just put that on Jump Street right now. All you Lakers fans, Lakers was never going to win a championship. They're not going to win it next year neither. But I think change hurts sometimes because, you know, you like the consistency of things. You like to think that's the way it is. And it kind of hurts, you know, 'cause, you know, you don't want to see the Warriors win it every single year. Sure, I didn't want to see the Warriors in it every single year. Like they were like when they won it without KD, it was like, damn, was they that good, or was it luck? So I just think that this NBA Finals, and people are going to tune in. People say, oh, they're not going to watch it and this and that. Like this is something out of 2K. Like you playing you playing like season mode, and you know you would never think the Pacers and the OKC, you know, would duke it out, you know, for the championship. Despite both of them never winning anything, you know, that's like the Lions and that's like the Lions and the Vikings in the Super Bowl. Like who would watch that? You know, like neither of those teams ever won a championship either. You know, but I think in basketball, in the NBA gives team chances. Right? That's the one thing that I always respected about the NBA. It's like the Raptors never won a championship in their franchise. 40-year drought. They won one. Denver Nuggets, same thing. Never won a championship. The NBA gives teams opportunities. The NFL do not. For as bad as the not Cleveland Browns, so I believe the Cleveland Browns won a championship. I'm not sure if they did or not. I don't know if it was like, I don't know if it was between the NFL merger or whatever. but I don't think they won a championship. But the Lions, I mean, you look at the Lions literally like that city really deserves a championship. Will they get it? No. Had a lot of great talent over the years, but never won a championship. The Vikings never won a championship. The Bills, 4 straight Super Bowl appearances, never won a championship. The Jaguars never, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, the NFL rewards the same teams over and over and over. No. But again, this is why I respect the NBA, because the NBA at least gives a chance, you know. Now, one of these teams are going to win a championship. Hopefully, it could go for 7, but I think it's going to end in 6. Now, the way it's structured, Oklahoma City is going to have Game 7 at their crib. So the first 2 is going to go to Oklahoma, obviously. The first 2, Game 1 to Game 2. Game 3 and Game 4 is going to go to Pacers. And Game 6 and 7, they're going to split it. So the Pacers are going to have Game 6, and the Oklahoma City, if they force a Game 7, it's going to go to 7. You know what? I'm going to change it. It's going to go to 7. I believe this series is going to go to 7. Because for me, I want extra basketball. I don't want basketball to finish. So it's going to go to 7. And who will win it? I believe the best team is going to win it, and that best team is the Pacers. I said this in my shorts. Like Westbrook won MVP. I think he won like 47 to 27 games. Got bounced out in 6, right to the Rockets. KD won MVP. I think he won 54 to 37 games. Got bounced out for the same team in 6, Rockets, when they had Chris Paul and and James Harden. Shea Alexander may possibly join that list. Now, none of those 2 won MVP when they first went to the NBA Finals. Obviously, you had a very young Oklahoma City team. You had James Harden coming off the bench. Who's coming off the bench for the OKC? Alex Caruso? Really? Alex Caruso is a defensive player. You have Andrew Wiggins, not that Andrew Wiggins. You have Andrew Wiggins, another Andrew Wiggins coming off the bench. So mostly your starting 5 is your best shot at winning it all, unless they mix and match, which I don't think they're going to. But for the Pacers, you got who coming off the bench? Nembhard, you got Opie, you got T.J. McConnell, you got Bender and Mathurin, Like, you have so much weapon. Like the Pacers are loaded. Like they kind of remind me of the Raptors a couple of years ago, where they were just deep. Van Vliet coming out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was a backup point guard to Kyle Lowry. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like that team had the same level of intensity. So we'll see. A lot of people are rooting for the Oklahoma City. Like I said again, history will repeat itself. I always like to use that word. My math teacher told me that. one time. History will repeat itself. So it's kind of like a saying, like history will repeat itself. So history will repeat itself. I don't think Shea's gonna win. I don't think Shea's gonna win the NBA Finals. I really don't. I think the closest he would probably come to is a NBA Finals appearance and MVP. Because for me, I think Shea, he strikes me as a dude that doesn't want it. You know, it's not like he can come out there and drop 40. You know, he could if he wants to, but he just picks his spots when he wants to do it. And if game one, if he comes out flat in game one, like he has to be assertive, he has to be aggressive. He's the tone setter. He's the quarterback for that team. You know what I'm saying? Like he has to get everybody involved. And on top of that, he has to score and rebound. He's not a great defender. I think Halliburton is a better defender than him. But I think he's just going to have to do so much because if you look at his starting five, outside of Williams, who's actually, you got two big men that can, one of them can stretch the floor, the other one obviously can't. Who's coming off the bench for them, you know? It's not like, Alex Caruso is going to come in there and drop 20, you know? He can on any given night, but I'm just saying, for consistently, I don't think he's that player, you know? Like, he'll give you a lot on defense. Like, he'll sacrifice his game on offense just to be a pest on defense. But with that team, I just feel like the way that they run their offense is just nasty, and the Knicks had a full dose of that. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks had a full dose of that, and I think if they play the same way that they played against the Knicks, they're gonna win the NBA championship for the first time in franchise history. But it's more of a chess match than checkers, I believe. I think the team who makes the first move wins the series. And I mean not in the first 10 minutes of the game. Like the first 10 minutes of the game, I can literally tell who's gonna win this championship. Like, all it takes is 10 minutes. Just give me 10 minutes of this game, and I can already tell you who's going to win the championship. And I already have the Pacers winning it in 6, but I changed it to 7 because I believe this game is going to go to 7 because this is basically it. You know, after this, we won't have basketball for another 5 months. You know, so, yeah. So I believe the Pacers are going to win the NBA championship, and the Finals MVP is going to be Halliburton, because obviously Pascal Siakam won whatever he won. So I think Halliburton's gonna come out with the vengeance and saying, okay, y'all don't want to give me my flowers. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all on the biggest stage. Y'all won't say I'm a superstar no more. You know what I'm saying? So. Which I think he's getting up there. You know, I'm not saying that he's a superstar yet, but I believe he's getting up there. But he's gonna have to show out. You know, he does average more. I think he averages like 9 or 10 or 11 assists. But he's gonna have to shoot as well. I mean, he had a few stinkers against the Knicks, where he just kept on shooting. I think it was game 6. Where he just kept on shooting, and it just wasn't falling for him. So he went, I think he finished with 20, 23 or 21 points. 9 rebounds or 9 assists, 6 rebounds. So yeah. So let me know what y'all think. Who's going to win the NBA Finals?